we, then get away. The wire so them don't get away. Then change power we, then change power we. The wire so them don't change power with them criminal mind and if they speak program and make like people where you know forget the people we put in a power they die of hunger. People where you know say tribal war, what we know they done the gaps are they gon' kill people where you know say disadvantage from people where people come out for talk they shoot people where you know say out of energy make man them for stay. Man them not the wise any long any angry the big man them just a twist them face. Man them not the smile any long any man them lucky if man them face them change. Man them not the young any long then I sit them for miss for say them go bring come change. Man them don't want any longer. Who the kind way how man let the feel man them not the bloody all man vex. Who the kind way how man let the think man them not the feel where all man vex. Who side the country they go? Say we how the country they go? All man vex. 5 years still we no go. I tell we wait till we for no. All man vex. Who the kind way how man let the feel man them not the bloody all man vex. Who the kind way how man let the think man them not the feel where all man vex. Who side the country they go? Say we how the country they go? All man vex. 5 years still we no go. I tell we wait till we for no. Right now we people understand man them inside the man them fly with the country money with the man them who man them and the man them. They say that I'm some can do, but waiting at the top you're not able for do nothing. They say that we trust the process we not grumble, but now we see the country they progress small. Una the car the innocent secret by themselves. Think the money and buy for honor for the selfish interest. Muku bluff man business. If don't come the boss can farm man then they harvest the money they ship country done this done. So Kia go come kill we if we are not sorry for we. Then take the money and spend them for the occasion. Now we money they get every month go on the vacation. Where the people they cry, but pay too heartless for make mommy and picky that they cry. And the mommy not they cry, and symbol of you know Kia if the country they suffer again. Man them human rights to violate them. If man gets case let them send and go inside for them but please man they want know if the man they don't die or the man they will the man them try pay salary or the budget for government workers they can't be found. Would have explained can't follow me not to coconut state now the people their voice and sound. All man vex who the kind way how man they feel man them not the lie. All man vex who the kind way how man they think man them not the feel well. All man vex who side the country they go. Say we how the country they go. All man vex 5 years still we not go. I tell we wait till we for no. All man vex who the kind way how man they feel man not the lie. All man vex who the kind way how man they think man not the feel well. All man vex who side the country they go. Say we how the country they go. All man vex 5 years still we not go. I tell we wait till we for no. All man vex but people let them suffer. We not even get to like. Let's wake up about the dog so hard for make we no mix my problem. The politics starters, color, take tell them no makes you. And the Boku come sensitive, take tell them not to you. And they don't get Boku constipation, power constitution. We go wait till them on belly. And they don't bring come Boku corruption, power institution. We go wait till them somewhere. It's body pardon, son like money. Know the same way people let me suffer. Or wait body pardon, son deaf face to people. Or you know sabi mad for the check them up. Know the same way people let me know the guy, they symbol of you know Kia if the country they suffer again. Man them human rights we violate them. If man gets case let them send and go inside the for them for prison. Man they want know if the man they don't die or the man they kill. Them and them try pay salary or the budget for government workers they can't be found. Would have explained can't follow me not to coconut state now the people their voice and sound. All man vex who the kind way how man they feel man them not the lie. All man vex who the kind way how man they think man them not they feel well. All man vex who side the country they go. Say we how the country they go. All man vex 5 years still we not go. I tell we be wait till we for no. All man vex who the kind way how man they feel man them not the lie. All man vex who the kind way how man they think man them not they feel well. All man vex who side the country they go. Say we how the country they go. All man vex 5 years still we not go. I tell we wait till we for no. All man vex but pay people and they suffer. We not even get collapse. Yeah, Twitter for the hustle hard. For make we no mix my problem. The politics nowadays are color. Take tell them no mix you. Bali boku corrupt sensitive. Take tell them not if and they don't get boku constipation, we constitution. We go wait till they run belly. And they don't bring a boku corruption, we institution. We go wait till them somewhere. It's body pardon, son like money, know the see way people let the suffer. Or wait body pardon, son deaf yes to people. You know, sabi mad for they check the money now the cover.
Good evening, comrades of the APC. Today, now the 26th of September 2021, and the time now just don't go past 5 minutes after 7 o'clock UK time, 6 o'clock Sierra Leone. And today we get a topic we call the diaspora. Is it really the sixth region? The topic today, the question is the diaspora. Is it really the sixth region? And this now the APC UK and Ireland media online platform. And me, now comrade Owen Kasu, one of the hosts. And then I today with me co-host, we na Sweet Bonita. So we get very important guests now today with the join we can discuss this very important topic about the diaspora. And the question is whether we, the diaspora, are actually the sixth region in this very important constitution where the APC go adopt on the 17th, 18th, and the 19th. So if I can call on me co-host, make he introduce himself first to we, the Sweet Bonita. Please come up.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sweet Bonita. I'll be with this program tonight, and I hope all you guys are enjoying. I also wish my people in McCaney and also in Copenhagen are online with us tonight. So good evening to everyone.
Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. And before we start the show proper, and I just want to ask me next guest we then also today we share this platform with we when I former honorable make it come live and introduce himself to we and tell what the name. Unmute yourself, please.
Yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, viewers. I am Honorable Amadou Fofana, former Member of Parliament, Constituency 109 Western Area, former Financial Secretary of the UK and Ireland branch, former Secretary General of the Youth Wing UK and branch, and founder of the Youth Wing UK and Ireland branch. Thank you for now.
Thank you very much, Honorable Fofi. See, the man gets a lot of title, and in CV is loaded with positions. Them, of course, he don't serve as a member of parliament under the APC, 109 constituency, Western area, of course, and then a very, very, very powerful area, you know, APC very, very strong there. And this man don't serve there in the LECAM, and obviously the second time way if I've been served as a MP, I think the to seem which is have slap him out. So unfortunately, you not be able for serving people. Nevertheless, and people still love him, they still want him, and I think very soon we will come finish with this to sim business. I don't know what's in my money intention now, but anyway, that would be another topic for discuss. Second, guess what we get now today now this platform we can share this very important topic with we. Now, well, I want to say honorable, but land on that side. Let's say we legal, make country and talk to we. Introduce yourself, sir.
Good evening, good day, everybody. Mina Hassan Kamara, I'm the legal advisor of the APC UK and Ireland branch.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan Kamara, the legal advisor of the APC UK and Ireland. And then with me now, so today with the I get my co-host And with technical director, we Mr. M.M. Bangura and Dr. Amadou Denke, the all day in the background. Then they make sure see we project this platform here so very, very powerful. Very soon, Mr. M.M. Bangura will come and tell we ado and tell all the guests them ado. I'm not sure if you can come live and tell me that while Mr. Denke served in at the background, he have to do the technical work. Mr. Delwin in at the platform also they do technical work in the background, and quite a host of people and then at the background. Before we go to the show proper, just want to share something quickly with we, where we can normally call we intro, but nevertheless, I would just want to highlight one or two things there with me co-host. We're in a Sweet Bonita. Sweet Bonita, yesterday, we been go Manchester. We are not going to start this without talking about Manchester. So yesterday we went to Manchester for go honor an invitation of we Manchester chairman in exhibition where he gets. The man we na vibrant chairman at the region of Manchester when our chairman Kataman. And the Sierra Leonean community na the Manchester region they're very cooperative. They're very skilled. Lots of them, they were an entrepreneur there. Then come out and get them exhibition where they can put out a certain place, Manchester Day, where they invite everybody within the community, within the APC, who can see the work they need to do. That's quite a lot of business people them. Whether they do food, whether they do African clothing, whether they do beautiful sewing kind of design kind of stuff them. Even the chairman in SF in West, now one of the people that were very skilled. We don't do very, very, very good things then for the Manchester community. They do a lot of printing and very impressive things that we really impressed me personally as a Sierra Leonean. For no say Sierra Leonean and then Manchester when our business people the way they do them kind of things. So we go there yesterday for go have fun, for go enjoy, for go buy certain things there. A lot of people and come home with a lot of things that we don't know we expected and we meet there for very reasonable price. So just share that experience there with me, please.
Well, honestly, I would just try to also extend our sincere gratitude, because for them to even acknowledge us being part of it, it was a honor. Because like you said, we saw so many merchandise there. Myself, I bought 2. And I was so excited. I was changing as if it was like my show. So maybe later during the next break, I will show people some of the handwork for our chairman, Kataman.
Yeah.
Because I bought 2 dresses, which it has to personalize for me. So
wow.
Yes, they were personalized. I swear down. So I was like, wow. And this is something that happens within 5 minutes. He's like, you know what? I will make this a priority. And also we have other people that were selling African clothing, which, as you said, they were at a very reasonable cost. So for me, that was like a highlight. Normally you go to those things. I wasn't thinking it was going to be an exhibition. We're just going to have fun. But that alongside it was good. And the food was amazing. Everything about the thing, I'm sure most of us that went there were impressed. Because again, after everything that happens, our chairman, Mustafa Ahmed Kroma, also mentioned that this was the first gathering we're having after our election. So for us being there, it was like a wow to all of us. Yeah. And it was really, 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 really good. We had fun. I hope we can share some of the videos with our viewers so at least they can know what we're talking about. We don't want anyone to be jealous because it was like something we went there and we wanted to make a mark of it. So I think I would like to say thank you to the Manchester team and also the Reading, everybody that came there, because all the other chairmen were there as well, just to be with the occasions, because it was nice. And I think there's also another upcoming occasion coming, right? Which they said we should be there very soon. I don't want to take it out of your mouth, so I will leave it for you to bring that up. But again, there is also another one coming up. So if people think they've missed out the Manchester, there's one coming up in a couple of weeks. So please, please, please get your reds ready for us to go and showcase that APC is still alive and strong. And this is one of the topics that today we're saying, diaspora, are we really part of the 6 regions? So, you know, this is the communication we are having. This is the vibe we want people to know that, yes, we are still within this for all of us, and we should just work as part of a team. So for now, that's where I would like to stop.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Of course, you made a lot of sacrifices also for the youth wing. They were well represented there. And then, of course, the media team was well represented there as well. So kudos to all those who made it there. You know, it wasn't easy to go to Manchester. You know, we came across a lot of obstacles, and thanks to Sweet Bonita for offering a car. You know, we went with it, and, you know, we met one or two difficulties, and she was there to step in and make sure that everything is nicely done. And, you know, we commend you, Sweet Bonita, for your, you know, for your efforts and your sacrifices you're making. We really, really appreciate you. And I'm sure the youth wing is very proud of you. And of course we are, you know, in the media team. So, yes.
Just a quick one. I just want to say thank you to my daughter. She just literally sent us a message on Facebook.
You see that? You see that? You see that? So another highlight we want to share with you guys is this. There was something I sent on social media to you, Sweet Bonita. Any chance of you reading that for us? I think that's what, you know, highlighted.
Oh yes, I read it, and to be honest, it has kept me like, you know, when he said something has kept you on your toes.
Yes.
When I look at that, I was like, okay, at least people are acknowledging what is happening.
Yes.
And I think that was one of the stuff that we had, but also there was another one which I think you haven't sent, but I know the general public also are aware of it, because everyone knows the situation within the country so far. And this is, again, you know, like normally there's a slogan goes, we get the man there inside the man, demand them.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was a leakage of an article written by Chief Minister that was literally acknowledging that they have failed the country woefully. And they are literally wondering, what would the people of Sierra Leone say or do when it comes to the 2023 general elections? Because, and again, to be honest, I would like to say I am grateful that these people are saying there, because this is something that, if you love Sierra Leone, I think we put parties all aside. But if we put Sierra Leone first, none of us can say we don't see the fault or the issues that are taking place. And for them to start acknowledging it, even though it's too late, because this is something some of us have seen over 3 years ago, from the beginning of everything. But again, they were like, we should give them way. We should allow them to, like, we should allow them to govern because they are learning. But up to 3.5 years, they haven't learned nothing. And they are now bringing it to their forums that they have literally let down the people of Sierra Leone.
Indeed.
They have let down the people of Sierra Leone. And one thing he was saying, like, it says, they are more embarrassed, because I just want to pick some of the words that he has said. And I think hopefully we'll try to post this on one of the comments so that you guys can see. It's not words coming from my mouth. This is a word that came from Chief Minister, even though that's how he still refers to himself. As we all know, he's no longer. He's a foreign affairs. So, but that's what he's still going about, Chief Minister. He says, we have made a mistake within the government, and it's embarrassing. The foreign commissions and the MDs, I think he's just going about where they've paid themselves huge amounts. And, you know, they came before saying there was nothing left in the coffer. They came to make an empty account. But they're saying what they meant and what they've done is literally, let me see, was it 3 times or 2 times of what they've done to us? Yeah. So for me, I can say, like, wow, if you guys are talking about your huge expenditures, when you were saying the previous administration was misusing, within 3 years, you have double or triple what they have spent in 10 years. Who has really misused the government's resources? And these are people talking of corruptions. and we're having issues of accountability, because there's a list of where Chief Minister has 5 million disappearing, nothing's going on. Now we know that the ACCA is on a 3 million as well. That's there. We have the finance minister, my uncle JJ also is having his own there. So it's literally like all over the place. These people are literally misusing the money of Sierra Leone. And at the end of the day, they don't want to account for it. And this is where the Open Commission of Inquiries. And there was a point where the president says, oh, after this, there will no longer a commission of inquiries. Would you make a law just when it suits you? Because they know they have failed us woefully. So they are trying to escape that. But I think this is something we'll try to put up for everyone to see. And I think there was also one blog going up this week where the Fatima Bio went to say, we in Sierra Leone had the cheapest food. And I'm like, I'm not sure if it's a Sierra Leone I know or that all of us know, but that's not the case. For now, the rice is up to 400. So where's the cheapest in prices? From 100 to 200, now it's 400. So for us, we are seeing these people are trying to sweep things under the carpet, but it's not going, because one of their main supporters also came saying she doesn't know where they found that information from, but she's a bit surprised if it's from Sierra Leone. So this is something I think everyone that loves Sierra Leone is bringing things forward to us, saying what is going on is totally unacceptable. And we should stand together. I think the only way forward for Sierra Leone, it has to be through APC, and we need to be together and to bring that sanity to the country.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Another highlight I would like to bring on is tomorrow, Monday, our sister Umu Sharif, she's laying a son, Mr. Kevin Kalon, to rest. So we want to encourage friends, comrades, and everyone, Sierra Leone community, to join her at the residence in Southeast Missenden Estate off Tolu Street in Albany Road area, and then they will take the body to Sidcup. I think Sidcup then go for the burial, and from there then go converge somewhere, I think at the home or somewhere in Campbell. But the details of it is out there in the social media. Please let people come out and, you know, support with sister, with comrade, with a very vibrant person that is party and this branch. So yes, if we reach there, Sweet Bonita, anything else?
Yeah, I would just like to add, people, apparently the dress code she wanted was white. So if we can really like try to handle that, because she wants us to put on white for that occasion. And I think it's at 10 o'clock in, as you said, in the home, and then later in Abu Black Hall, which is just off the Cohaba Lane. There is a pub where there's Cadicourt Road, where you see the hospital is the next entrance, where there's Demac Road, then you have, that's where the hall is, which normally we call it Abu Black Hall. So that's where they've changed the venue to.
All right, not a problem. So now, one more thing before we go into this thing proper. I understand, say, I don't know, Sweet Bonita, something be the sweet million days here, so before we go to this convention. Well, during the convention, one of the SLPP ministers, them, in Wef go thief the minister in car and in jeep. He ramma with fuel, he disappear, he go McKinney. Minister come, he check for this woman, this woman don't go, they say this woman don't go patrol. Call you man say the McKinney by APC convention. Minister at the court now say, oh, madam, you come, they can't sack me. So right now, that problem they right now, you don't know what to get for happy. I don't know if you come across that one, because that one is with me, Sweet Bonita.
No, honestly, to be honest, this is what we say. They are in a relationship, but the woman knows what is best for her. As much as, yes, it's a government vehicle, as we all can see Fatima everywhere with Mother Biyo, she tried to take the advantage in an opposite direction, not following him where he is, but making use of the government facility for herself. Because for now, we can see First Lady being within the UN meetings doing TikTok. How much of a disgrace would that be? For me, I don't think that man should be sacked. The wife has literally know what is best for her, what is good for the country. And again, as we all say, that's a government official vehicle. He used it to another administration that will soon take governance. So he's making use of what is belonging to Sierra Leone. For me, that's just my take on it. He went to APC. The current administration is SFPP. So if they are all about in the diaspora, she decided to stay locally. It's just in fact in Makeni. Maybe she would have gone all the way to Liberia. It's still worth it. She went to a convention that she knows it's the betterment of Sierra Leone. Because that's the same convention people are going, oh, they are having a fight. There was no fight there. That makes her feel comfortable to go there. So for me, honestly, I don't want us even to, that man should keep his job. Mother should think that that man should keep his job. Nothing on that. If not, Fatima should reform all the money that with the family, they follow him to wherever in the world and return it back to us because it's our money. That simple as that.
Right. So if Fatima Bio can get away with it, so why not this one?
Exactly.
Yeah. Never mind. We just say we highlight the few things there so we can alone just those say things they happen inside yourself. You don't fed up necessarily.
Oh yeah.
We don't need for the attack them. We don't need for the launch against them. We just need for get ourselves. And that's the topic now. So today, with APC constitution being adopted, so we get a very important guest now. So today we can talk to you. And I hope say the link don't share because we do this for let the link then go out, massively. We need the link for the go out and people they need for subscribe, not only for just come and watch them and we say for subscribe. So anytime we come live, you will see the see that we get a very important program for for Shona. So we'll start the program now proper. If I can share this with you now quickly, and then we take up from there. Once again, good evening. This is the APC UK and Ireland media platform. Today, the 26th of September 2021. The time is 7:30 UK time. And I hope you comrades then share the link right now so that we will get viewers them. And today with me, Sweet Bonita as my co-host, and Mr. Mo Bangura and Dr. Denke, the technical directors. And we get Honorable Amadou Fofana, aka Honorable Fofi, of constituency 109. And then we get legal advisor, Mr. Hassan Kamara. We represent the diaspora and the recent APC mini convention for go adopt the APC constitution. So Mr. Hassan Kamara, question to you. How the convention go so far in your own general, what you take home from that convention day, what you experience, because the question they ask now, so some people they ask whether are we actually a region, a sixth region, but all in all, just in a few words, is it a positive convention or something negative for the party?
Thank you very much. Let me first of all take this opportunity to pay my respect to Honorable Fofi. He is one of the legends of this party and the branch, the UK branch, and I'm sure moving forward he's going to play an integral part in terms of the diaspora as a region and the party as a whole. So, Honorable Fofi, respect to you, sir.
Thank you. I'm humble, sir. Thank you.
Grateful. As far as the convention is concerned, it was an experience. It was positive experience from my point of view. Forget about all the negative talks people have been talking about. There was absolutely no fighting there. Loads of people went there, they were having fun, and the process and procedure was thorough. Everything, including from the chairman, we will go in that hall from 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, we would not leave till like 9 o'clock in the evening. And in fact, the last day, which was a Sunday, we were there right up until midnight before we left. It was a fantastic atmosphere. So for me as a whole, this just concluded convention was a success, an absolute success.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hassan Kamara, for that submission. And Mr. Honorable Fofi, you know, our former honorable, that was the 1995 constitution of APC where we be the use of the party. Now they don't adopt a new constitution. What do you take from this new constitution? Waiting come out from the old one, we know within the new one, you know, waiting the left behind, waiting for bring along, or what do you feel about it?
Yeah, let me use this platform to express my thanks and gratitude to the leader and chairman, the Secretary General and the Secretariat, and the executive member of the national executive member of the APC party. This is a huge step forward, step in the right direction, honestly. People always say the voice of the minority is heard, but the voice of the majority will have the say. The majority have spoken. The National Delegates Conference has spoken loud and clear. Confirmation of this new constitution. This constitution is good, very good for the party, because at least the voice of the majority has been heard and decision has been taken by the voice of the majority. So we hope and pray that the minority will follow the voice of the majority. We are appealing. It is not perfect. The constitution is not perfect, and it will never be perfect. But we'll continue to amend it as we go along. So please, I'm appealing to comrades who are still going to calm down and let's use our internal mechanism to dialogue to move forward. This new constitution has created a lot of dialogue platform for grievances. So if you have your grievances, please follow the channel. We hope PPRC will see this constitution through after the 21 days as stated, so that the party will move forward to get the primaries, constituency, ward, and finally the flag bearer for the party. Time is not in our favor. Use this platform to thank everybody. Thank the team, the constitution team, the drafters. Oh, you've done a marvelous job. Going through the constitution make me feel good and confidence that our party is the people's party, and it will remain to be so. Every voice matter. That is what we've shown the world at this moment.
Okay.
So I'll stop at this point, yeah.
Thank you very much. We would prefer that we put we local franca, you know, young Creole for the grassroots. You know, we get a lot of people then from Sanda, from Kenema, Kailaun, just break down to the grassroots. everybody gets the gist with we talk now. So thank you very much, Honorable Fofi, for your submission. So I just want to share a quick video, short one, because inside the hall there was a bit of a noise, but Hassan will before tell me exactly what happened inside our time there because he was there. He's one of the people that so come on. Just mute them quickly. Okay, I don't mute them. So let's just share this quick video with Una. Let's see.
Article 31 of the same chapter, which says the diaspora is now a region. Always give the diaspora to everything considered as a region. We started so that's when it is extra or any extra people. It's either a region according to we want to because of my voters, having received now the diaspora and putting the get now at the school will not be ever better. It's true that we are making food. We're not going to sell one region. But we will not today like this place. The delegates that vote against an issue, you come back and raise the same issue. That he has come 16, but we come back to get again the legal people like they explain it. Let people understand it. Because we don't want today of this.
Okay. From your submission there, Mr. Hassan Kamara, you raised one or two things then. Are you really satisfied first of all with what you raise, your submission we make? You satisfied with them?
Well, yeah, first of all, like I say, I've been obviously privileged enough for being in that position there for represent the diaspora. And I want to tell everybody thank you for the vote of confidence. Basically, all the members, they will be there on the ground. They all unanimously agree, say, because now constitutional matter, and me now the legal advisor, so they want let me lead the delegation for the presentation. And then obviously a few members them call me as well from the diaspora, including leader Adams Bangura, the chairman as well, Mustafa Uruma, and a few other people call me for support, you know, and I really appreciate all of that. So basically, what I will try for do yanda, because prior to us going into the convention, we'll be hold a series of meetings. Then we will be there on the ground. So we don't pick up certain things them at the convention, not the draft constitution. The one way being concerned with more, I believe, in Article 16, will be limit the number of delegates to 50. You know, so everybody everywhere be they suggest say let we go negotiate for let them increase the number for let get at least if not 200 or 250 delegates all that thing and they, you know, but what you maybe they try for do yanda and not be they talk about figures because me don't watch Article 31. The provisions under Article 31 of the draft constitution don't give you the status of a region. So we look at Article 31, it says the diaspora will be considered as a region. So my argument will be the for put forward there. If we are a region, we need to ask for any extra favors. We don't want any unfair advantage. We just want to be treated the same as any other region. So don't forget the rights and privileges of all the other regions within the country.
So what's the response of the chairman and leader? Because I see you respond back and I see you said they try for talk to them again. I don't know what's in because I mean quite clear.
Yes. So that clip the way it should be the second time why they go on stage. I go on stage first. I go make a proposal for say one pan the articles then at the constitution, they're not consistent with Article 31, we say we are a region. So I make a proposal say for let it expunge I think Article 14. Because they talk about the structure. Article 14 talk about the party structure. And by the party structure, it talk about the national, it talk about the regional, they talk about the diaspora before you go on for talk about the district. And if we're in a region, why should we be classified under the regional? So maybe the request say we for there as part of the region. Which I say the national, the regional, we are a region, we are part of that. So you cannot have another structure below the regional, which is the diaspora. That's contradictory and not consistent with Article 31. So our request for let expunge jam, obviously the chairman trying to be so democratic, is everything was put to vote. You don't make any decision on your own. He say if not one not a problem, what you go do put on to vote. You understand? So they put on to vote. I'm not be happy with that because now a legal question, a legal proposition are made. Because that's the content they are come now the argument that they made. I say the first proposal I make for expunge, I say, but half the people within this hall not even know the meaning of expunge. So if you just vote without understanding, I say a legal proposal that they make for the legal team. I say I don't discover inconsistency, and the chairman without earlier say he won't let this document, this constitution stand the test of time. And I say they make reference to that statement the way it made. For say this constitution for stand the test of time. I say, however, this constitution not go possibly stand the test of time if you get inconsistencies within the same document. Okay. I say, so this is not a legal proposal.
Okay. So
you understand?
Basically, in a nutshell, which you try for saying now, so you look at the party structure and the constitution, you look at the structure of all the departments then at the constitution, you see say the diaspora na a region. And then you pick the chairman in statements which say he wants let this constitution be the test of time, stand the test of time. And then you notice say, if at all we, the diaspora, are a region, waiting we get, we quota the way we get, or we leverage the way we get, not consistent with waiting a region forgets, as far as the diaspora is concerned. So that's, you placed a legal appeal for make the lawyers then look at them. Now that's now you request?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that's a big request. So the lawyer then before look at them.
So they give the lawyer then for look at them, or the politician then give for look at them?
Well, now a political environment. So we be the try for make a legal argument. Then we pass on to one pan the lawyer them what's your name? Sari Kamal, Wara Sari Kamal.
Yeah.
We to be fair to him, he explain them. He says to be fair to we, what we want, we just want to get the same rights as any other region now the country. Now we say yes, that's what we want. So we don't want any extra favors. Now we say yes, but the area of inconsistency, they don't dilute them. So then just go ahead now and say, okay, well, let we put on to vote. If not that the people they want, tell me for let them expunge Article 50, then so then just put on to vote eventually, for let them whether or not for expunge Article 50. So, but the majority of the people in the hall, like I say, one, maybe lack of understanding. Then secondly, the one that we understand, the fear say, if the diaspora become a region, like any other region of the country, we will become too powerful. This not to just wait till we feel on. I think the way then tell we, after we some of them vote against we, for not become a region like them. Then can't tell we say, but when I get money, when I get this, when I get all things, when I can't get this number of delegates like we now back, when I go hijack the party. So now that not them fear we make the not want let the diaspora become a region like the regions they are. So they want make the diaspora a region with limited powers,
So
limited amount of delegates.
so that means what do you appeal for, literally get up? Because it was a political decision rather than a legal decision. If this was a court, like this was in front of a judge, I think you get a lot of grounds for say yes, the favor will go to you as representative of the diaspora. Was it so?
Yeah, what I will try for do actually, not to follow we achieve any extra favors. Now the constitution I will try for protect, and all we get any inconsistencies there. So now I make a request say for let them expunge Article 14 and Article 16 because they're not consistent with Article 31.
Okay.
Because now we deny right now, yeah, we not go ever use any of these against the party. We not go ever carry the party go in a court. But who knows, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, we can get one crazy man or more, they look at all and say, no, this year, not consistent. Begin, bring difficulties for the party. And with chairman, one let this document stand the test of time. So now that make a one for let them correct the inconsistencies. And because with under Article 31, we don't need anything else.
Okay.
In fact, Article 50 puts us in a better position than the other regions then. And we not be want that. We not be want the unfair advantage. Now make the proposal for the expunge them.
So thank you very much, Mr. Hassan Kamara, legal advisor, APC UK and Ireland. You represent we, and also now, Honorable Fofi, you don't listen to what in Hassan Kamara in submission. I think it is now clear that the Constitution have some inconsistency, and this person, a legal-minded person, they don't pick out Article 31, Article 14, and Article 16. So it say for legal reason for protect the Constitution, it could be necessary for the legal team get a look once more, one last look at this, and then try for align them properly, whether to give us the diaspora a different title, then we get what we get, we own small baking we'll get, or then left we as a region, but then for add we baking them for we complete, like our other region and complete. So what do you see with all of this inconsistency in the in this thing? You think say it go pass na PPRC? Honorable Fofi, unmute yourself, sir.
Yes, I want for before I make say my own opinion on that issue there. Honestly, I want for pay special tribute and thanks to certain people them and dedicate this success to them, in my own opinion. It comes to mind, I want for say, then Temia, I want for member Maitland Cole, when I be executive member of the UK branch, he don't pass away. I want for member Sam Dumbuya, I be executive member, and of course, lastly, Tamba Geba, the one that we don't die, and tell all the one in Tenki who been doing at Tamba Geba executive. See, the problem is, we as diaspora, we go for Sidom and try for know we roots. They don't make we region from 2009 convention. Now check this history. The diaspora don't become a region from 2009 executive delegate conference, now McKinney the 16th to the 18th April convention. The diaspora don't become a region.
Is there a document?
Yes, of course.
Which documents?
The convention, how they tell you so, the convention I approve, if you ask for the convention document with the rapporteur, they make you go see and they say the 2009 convention and McKinney, we don't make we region. Okay. And the convention, now the highest body, now the party what they approve. But the chairman been promised, we say, anytime they review the constitution, then go put on day, and the non-put on day now, we don't become a success. So we are a region now. It's no more question to ask whether we are a region or not a region. We are a region now. We are a region. You don't need a document now. Okay. We not do we assignment well at the diaspora. I will say that now, humbly. But I want to tell Brother Hassan thank you, because a good day for go try for defend we openly. Because what in Brother Hassan do so, honestly, openly under. The one they will send at the drafting committee, what are they doing there? What are they doing? We have representative there. And did they go to that? They did go to that committee prepared? Because if, I mean, in Lawyer Hassan, they say inconsistency, but I mean, in my opinion, I don't see that way. Let me just leave it live also. The most important thing, they don't recognize we as a region, you don't need a document now. Now, we for work, for let we take a regional position. Are we ready to be a region? Because when you watch the constitution tell me back, it say, mark the word they use, considered, inconsistent, applicable. So we're in a region, but certain in the way for do, for now we meet the other region there. We don't forget we ward. We can't forget with constituency. We can't forget with district. We can't forget the region now. And we all know how we they build up. So maybe they expect, say, before we go to this convention, say, because we humble chairman in the tell we say, the chairman then they meet, the diaspora chairman they meet. I mean, the things that they tell them in the plan. We don't get all we draft. You understand? Say, for example, Guinea, at this present, 50 members in the day. Liberia na 30 members. Liberia and Guinea will go mad for make one district. We don't get a proposal. So when we argue at a point of strength, because the problem we get, I discussed with the drafters then, few of them, because we've been the lobbying at the backstage. I want to say thank you to them, especially Lawyer Timbo, Boniface, where we interact with Lance and Adumbia, on which we always talk to them. Then did them best. You understand? But as I say, we go there, we not prepare. Because if we be not telling the path, say now, we don't work with mathematics. So now we constituency. So now we ward. So now we region. That part no for we don't come out now. So nobody, because then tell you now, argument no day. Then don't give you a region, let we set up ourselves at a region. But if we go at the convention, we not get we tool for go argue or for go present, so we are ready. Because that then tell we so. They make a region, but we not ready yet. So when we're ready for the region, we take we position as a region. Nobody will challenge us. It don't in a black and white. So I want for appeal to we all that we don't come back as a diaspora. Let we try for begin the work, the mathematics. Because mind you, the diaspora, where Brother Hassan, they say, people then they say, if we make the diaspora, we're too powerful. No, it's not true. It's not, because a region, now about 200 and something delegates. We get about 1,000 delegates. So who's powerful will go powerful past the delegate conference? We'll never. Because when we go in and vote with the vote. If the diaspora can go and vote one side, if now 200 and something against over 1,000 votes, we're still not powerful past the other region there. We'll never. Because the other regions, they mind you, the strength of the people over there is very bad. All not be the same. We go to Western area, we get almost 1,000 voters. You can at the north, you get some region that we even get a smaller voters then. Yes, of course. Past compared to the other region then. So my point what they say now, I want for appeal. We don't come as a diaspora. We for ask yourself now, what's next? And next, I follow can sit down because the diaspora is large. The diaspora are not to UK and America no more like how don't they talk about. No. Guinea, Liberia, Banjul, Nigeria is so large. So can we come?
We think so? Yes, sometimes probably we don't late for come on, or maybe now you call for let we recoup ourselves now and try for come back. Why we want more than waiting we already get so as a diaspora? Because according to the response of the chairman, EBK, he said to me before this time the diaspora not been there at the constitution, but now the diaspora they at the constitution. They say we're not going to get everything right now. That's small. At least we are moving forward. So we will put this one to vote rather than going the legal way and stuff like that. So far, you think we for begin we could for begin they call for more demands for this thing?
Not more demands would they make. The constitution don't make we region. We are region now. We don't do a black and white na paper. We are region. And if we are region, the quick brother Hassan they say we agree with him. We forget the facility the way other regions can get. Why not? For example, each of the constituency youth leader them a delegate or delegate conference card. Each of the organizing secretary then are the constituency a delegate before you come to district. All the district executive member then are delegates. All the region member are delegates. So we say that the diaspora, if we work with the proposal properly, we work with document properly, you understand? Each of we don't streamline ourselves, we don't get to district, we don't get to constituency, you understand? Like how the constitution say. We'll go constituency then, the youth leader, the organizing secretary, the secretary general, no automatic delegate to a conference come. And that's not the point where Hassan they say, for let me get to a number of delegates them like the other region them. Not to more we ask for. Now what thing are we right now? We get them now right. Okay. They don't give me them. So now we for build up now because mind you, we not get members of parliament in Naya. We know the vote Naya as forget for member of parliament, you understand? But we forget we executive them from the world level. So we left to win now Naya, the diaspora, for do them demarcation here. How would they demarcate the ward? How would they demarcate the district, the constituency then? Because the constitution go further for help we. You say, forget a chapter equivalent to constituency. There is a section there. You understand? There is a section there. So we don't come back now. When we don't come back as diaspora, I should say that now we for the work towards. So that by the time when next convention they reach, you understand? Or wait time they reach for let delegate then take decision. They will ask you for delegate list. Like how did they ask me? Then we present to delegate list. But if we don't send this proposal to the party secretariat first for let them understand how we don't demarcate. But we also agree at the diaspora because that's not the other problem back. If we continue for disagree to ourselves, then the party got no choice now for just, left full Saudi, then give it like how they know they do it so this term, we convention reach, then say, okay, like this time, how much representative we get at the convention? Now, not about 3, but to not move forward. If a bulk sign at the convention go 50, that's a step forward first for that 50 day. You understand? That means if convention day tomorrow, we will send that 50 day with no query. But if we don't organize ourselves, we don't present, we don't demarcate, we present the proposal to NAC, of course, NAC will approve them.
So, okay, now you will talk for make we come together now as a diaspora. Before we get USA, we get UK, we get Australia, we get different, everybody they do their own thing, they go lobby individually for make them get, for now, we get a small group of people then, maybe they go that diaspora way. Maybe they look at diaspora for forming a diaspora, but because we are not being officially endorsed as diasporan, some of we feel say we go for go first as UK, we go for go first as America, we go for go first as Canada. So
but
then group of people and the way they do that, you know,
yes.
are they going to split up for letting can join we all, or are we go for go join inside and don't go? Because we understand that they didn't push now as diaspora for formula, diaspora executive, for letting get their own chair and everything. I don't know how the thing for look like, but we all got for sort of come together as diasporans now for we can do something.
Yes, but this is the problem in the diaspora, which is wrong. It's wrong. Because the diaspora, I continue from saying that back, the diaspora not only make up of Canada, America, and UK. No. The diaspora starts from Guinea, Liberia, Gambia. Everybody we know then a Salona diaspora.
Yes, yes.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And it became worrisome for me. And I make a say, maybe when I need for invite people who will send that the drafting committee for Kamnaya. Because the reason why they say that, we don't know waiting, them go waiting. As far as me know Naya, we in the diaspora now. I've been attending the meeting, I've been regular, you understand, past meeting, you not tell me, you understand? And they never presented nothing to us. Never. It's like a secret society. We cannot be in a secret society because some of us are here. We might not be the leaders of the diaspora for today, but we have their institutional knowledge, then we will pass on. But if it's like a secret society, it's difficult. Because I vividly know that, and I want to commend the chairman for that, even though I don't get the report. The chairman always they tell who the executive meeting, say, the chairman then they meet. The diaspora chairman then they meet. If he's saying that the diaspora chairman then they meet, in my own understanding, all the things Guinea, Liberia, therefore they partake go a Zoom meeting. You understand? But as I say, I don't know much. So
Okay.
we need to invite them Naya, maybe they can tell me. But again, as I say, we need for come now. We don't come now. It's diaspora. We don't go. It was successful. Thank you to everybody we partake. We don't go wash with dirty linen in the street in the wood. But we don't come on a diaspora. We don't think say now. We forget a pure diaspora conference. We don't think that.
Well, Becca posed that question to Mr. Asankama, legal advisor. Although you know the legal side, in the actually deal with the political side, you know, one gets too much involved. But Asankama, I want to take note of that question. You know, things say now the diaspora have come together for let them, you know, sort of do the needful for bring everybody together because we already say certain people in the way they form diaspora hub somewhere. And the other one, and the other, they form a diaspora executive somewhere. So I think this is time for us now as diasporans for that we all sort of come together and begin, you know, put we safe to the level which I will be respected rather than they will be the pandemic we have affect them and stuff like that. But before we go to that question, as I take note of that, I just want to ask Sweet Bonita, let's tell me how the platform they go. And then from there, I will welcome one of me guests them where I think say still there with we. But anyway, Sweet Bonita, tell me how the platform they go for us right now.
Oh, hello, the platform, it's a bit, how would I say, people are also joining in and they are saying thank you to Hassan for his wonderful work because in his position, I think most people would have not stand to question or ask the leader and chairman. They would have just accept and move on. But people are saying, well, thank you for him being so strong enough to do that. And also people are commending Honorable Fofi that yes, that was a very good submission because again, what people are asking is if we are really a sixth region. I think that question has been answered, but it's just been try to elaborate on it more for everyone to understand where we stand with this. And this is from Prezo, because everybody here, Aaron is saying good luck. That's nice. You hit it well. But for now, that's what it is really.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Mr. Hassan Kamara, the south side, the vision look very, very dark at the moment. I hope it's not
Blackout,
the normal blackout.
Blackout,
A blackout, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Now that the power,
exactly under the power, you know what I mean? So go for the managing no more. A blackout, bro. So I go for apologize. I go for being me, you know.
Okay.
No
but
problem.
at least me the sooner clearly, you know. Like
no problem. I forgot ahead with that submission. The diaspora, I think so now for coming together, you agree to yes. We don't achieve something so far from the constitution, you know. So now not play the politics now.
Yes, I agree with Tracy, Honorable Fufi don't say. You know what I mean? We need for do with homework. We get a lot of work for do. It's not a question of whether or not we for come together. We are together now. As per the constitution, we are one region. So that's who we are. Yeah. You know, so what we need for do is for structure we serve in accordance with the other region then as alone. So we need for Sidom, do them work, then they present them to the party and not go endorse them. You know, and that's what we need for do. So there's no question of whether or not we're a region. We are a region and we are one region. So the whole of the diaspora, all them countries over, maybe they call Liberia, Guinea, Senegal, Canada, we are all one region. Yeah. So out of that region, they now, every country, now a district. The United States of America is a district. The UK is a district. Canada is a district. Guinea is a district. Liberia is a district. And out of them districts, then you get chapters within them. Yep. Like the UK, Birmingham is a chapter, we're equivalent to a constituency. The Midlands is a chapter, we're a constituency. And because of this new arrangement, London will be a chapter, we will be a constituency. Yep. We're going to the United States of America, Washington, a chapter, you know. So what to make people in the field say, if we become a region like them, we will become more powerful. Because when we look at the regions then as alone, we get about 5 regions there. And if you say any one pan and get more than 5 constituencies. They don't get more than 5 constituencies. But whereas the diaspora is a region, you know how many constituencies we will get? When you look at the composition of the National Delegate Conference, you know, you talk about the regional executive. That means the executive na the diaspora, where they get for form, they all will be delegates. The district executive, like the executive na the UK and Ireland branch, the executive na the United States, the executive na Canada, the executive na Guinea, they all so go be far too many delegates. Not to still go get like 200 or 300, like how the region now they get 200 or 300 because they only get 4 or 5 constituencies. We na the diaspora will get like over the America alone and go over 50 constituencies. The UK alone, I don't know how many. You know what I mean? So what we need for do for let we not scare people or the party as a whole. Now we need for structure we say because we're there on the ground. We all a meeting one day last week. So instead of having all these individual countries as districts, let we sort of like make them compact a little bit. Like the UK and I, obviously now 4 countries in the inside there, plus the Republic of Ireland, we make them 5 countries. Then it will be 1 district. Then the numbers in Canada, they're not so great, even though the country big, but the numbers they don't get as APC members, they're not that massive. So we can join them with the United States of America for be 1 district. Then Africa can be 1 district. Then you get Asia and Russia, then China and the other countries, then Australia, 1 district. So basically, we look at the maximum of 5 districts, like the diaspora. So if we reduce them to 5 districts rather than hundreds of districts, we will be able to get minimum maybe 300 delegates, just like the other regions them. Now, free talk. If we do that homework they don't do something proper, do we own bylaws? Because that is very important. So we need for Sudan and do we own bylaws. We will be consistent to this draft constitution for the region of the diaspora. We present that one day to them. I believe say Nago Endosa. So like how for say we get a lot of work for do right now in the diaspora. We cannot just sit back and say we're a region. We need for structure we set properly as a region.
So Mr. Hassan Kamara, legal advisor, it looked like for see from what you don't say that also right now, it kind of impressive for me for make we begin look at some of the branches then for merge. Like when you talk say Australia, the China, their side and they come together and form one district, Africa form a district, UK and Europe form a district, Canada, America form a district, to get a maximum of 5. I think they done a very, very good proposal, but who done the player them we for come together and try to agree on this one also. What's the proposal on that?
Well, at the moment, we get all the branches. We obviously now are districts, the chairman, yeah? All the district chairman them. And then for SIDOM, then they get for invite other members them from within the executive. Obviously, they're not for Zoom meeting day. We need for spend time and make the arrangements here. Figures need a lie. You know, we know how many members that we get at the UK and I. When you go to Belgium, how many members they get? Holland. You know what I mean? So because of what I mean, think about it yourself as well, I not talk about this Brexit make them easy. So the EU will become one district, separate from the UKI. You understand? UKI will be one district, the EU will be one district. So all the other countries, they will get like, 30 members, and 20 members, and 15. We put them all together to form one district. When you go China, how many members they get? I don't know if they go up to 20, So we merge like China and all the other Asian countries. They will not get massive numbers today. China and all the other Asian countries and possibly Australia as one district. So now all the heads of them districts, they are need for SIDOM. I don't know if we chairman at Denmark do it right now, but in Jeffo play a key role with chairman at the UK, Mustafa, and Unison America, Shona Canada, chairman at Guinea, Liberia. They all need for come together. With obviously maybe the secretaries them. Because maybe the numbers will be too much if they involve too many people. And maybe if they want legal advice as well, they include legal advisors then. SIDOM prepare a structured document from the diaspora as a region, the districts they will establish, the constituencies them, then we submit that. Because at this stage, we not get ward. We're not going to get to that level of ward or police station executive, or we not get local MPs. So now make part of the Article 31 say where applicable shall apply. So then side and they're not applicable, so apply. Now that's what they mean. So the side that we're applicable, we are a region, we get district, we get constituencies. So all the effect of the region, the regions them within us alone in terms of the regional convention, regional executive committees, constituency committees, all apply to we at the diaspora. So we need for SIDOM and do the instructions and present them to the party.
So thank you very much, Mr. Kumara. Yes, to you, Honorable Fofi. What do you think the chairman and their secretaries are probably one or two legal advisors them from the diaspora coming together to form this, for start the talking, the politicking?
So I want to use this platform because I can always say, now we day for now, and let we always allow posterity for judge we correctly. If we not talk the truth to ourselves, pass will lie to ourselves. So I want to appeal passionately at this platform to all the chairman them, especially America, UK, Canada, and all the secretary generals them. Because now the diaspora, the problem we get, mostly on the other side, and the secretary and the chairman only see one side. But I want to appeal to them and say, this time, we all need to come to one. Because if not to that, posterity will judge, we say, in this we own term, we not do nothing for the diaspora. We all for come to one. Very soon, let them convey a diaspora convention. One of the African country then. Because you can't
do one now.
Eh?
You think say now we for do the diaspora convention or na the particular for schedule the time for we for do the diaspora?
Why the party now we the diaspora?
So not to win at the party. In fact, this constitution make provision for that.
Okay.
I think there is interim elections committee or whatever, within the setup. When I then get for be responsible for the conduct of all them regional convention them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Allow me. What in the constitution say? The convention where they talk to elect, they go elect. To elect.
Okay.
When the party they do convention for the convention, what the party they do, that for come follow go elect. But
Yes,
for call a okay, I don't call a convention. So tell what the convention. Why we not get a diaspora gathering?
Yeah.
For go brainstorm one of the African country then. Each
a
country,
very good suggestion.
Each country for them meet and get in proposal. Because mind you, Hassan, legal, me and you will talk so. We don't even know I must member in a Guinea branch. You don't know I must register APC member. No.
Yes,
you don't register member in a Libya. I should say the chairman and say no, naya. We don't know. All that we know, all over the diaspora, the party get massive supporters. Are they registered member? We don't know. We don't know. So, and because now that make, I'm not happy with few things then at the constitution, but as I say, I don't know the one that we will send, they told them they draft what in they present for we. Because imagine, how can we say, when you get 50 members, you don't form a branch? Wow. Are we serious? 50 members, you don't get a branch, that you don't get a district. You know almost like a district number and a tongue? Or with this, somebody can just get a family, they form, district you don't form so. Constituency 25.
25, yeah.
Here the family, you don't form constituency. But if not that, the people that will go na the drafting state present to them, like that then go take because now we know situation better now. Yeah. You understand? It is a weak presentation. Fifth, because some like when you now Sunday also some country they don't get 5, they don't get 20. It's good. But if you don't get reach 20, then make us say for don't make position paper. We can say China, this country, una form one constituency or one district. We left to we. Now we go decide them now a meeting. I make us only forget the diaspora meeting. Each chairman come with in portfolio, let we know what's in there now you branch. I must registered member you get now you branch. What now you membership. When we know that day, then we go get a discussion. We know we do we forget constituent. We can start from what is possible if we sit down. Everything is possible as if we sit down no more at a meeting, at a conference. You understand? Each chairman making presentation. They go don't circulate the notice not to all the chairman name. So they get a diaspora meeting, assume say in Liberia. Would expect each chairman for candidate or send a representative with a full package of your branch, membership. You understand? When we go there now, they will go now they demarcate. We say so cool. But it's a bit ridiculous for say, as 25 people don't meet up, then form constituency. Wow. We need for a thing. But as I say, let me say, we need for SIDOM as a diaspora. We need for SIDOM, the urgent follow SIDOM. Let the chairman the way they now facilitate a meeting. Some of we not only put chairman they will go volunteer. I mean, any South diaspora and business day, I go there, I go give me idea because I don't think that the diaspora, and if any success in the diaspora, we all go glad you forget them as a whole. You understand? Even though when we carry back, imagine we would on left here, we go serve Natong. They say, not a member of the diaspora, go don't go serve Natong. You understand? But me, as I said, nobody know the drive me for what I believe in. I like the APC, and the APC I like, and I will continue for serve any side where they. If I move go America tomorrow, believe in me, I'll make my voice heard. So, as I say, we still in the right direction. Don't do a marvelous work for it at this point. Everybody don't do best. You understand? But we get more for do. We get more for do. So I continue for appeal. Then we try sit down as diaspora for match up. By next convention, what they call, or next delegate conference, we forgot to delegate them, Hassan. We delegate them for go. Pass if they know will go, but then for go they nobody know for deprive you of that again. No more, because the chairman don't do well for we, the chairman and leader don't do very well for we. In your own term, you promise we, and you don't put on a constitution now, you don't did it all black and white. So it is good for us. We all carry the glory.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Fofi. I believe, say, with your own experience as a former member of parliament, with your vast experience in the diaspora, you hold certain position then at the youth wing, at the executive as financial secretary at the youth wing, before you to go serve in Sierra Leone. I think, say, with your experience, then go pick on you, then go tap on your experience and your brain in terms of diaspora dialogue. You know, my way studios you read and you stuff them. So I believe say then go able to make good use of you. I feel say a direction where I feel say a good this initiative, and I hope say the one who listen go able for start for begin make a move straight away. I'm not sure what's happening at the commentary side. Maybe Sweet Bonita go tell me if the audience in the resonate with that as well. So yes, Sweet Bonita, come forward please and tell me what you think on the platform.
Yeah, well, that says well done to Honorable Fofi. That's from Alaji Jallo. Omar Kimara says that's a brave suggestion for the diaspora meetings or gathering for us to do. And Umar also says, well, the chair ladies, the chairman and the organizers. Desmond says True Talk Legal, which I know is for Hassan. And then what here, and Mohammed Alhaji Conte says, Diaspora Conference is brilliant idea, Honorable Fofi. Because one thing is, we should not leave everything to the home base. Because again, when Hassan was first talking, he did says people voted, they didn't even know what they were voting for, because people are not literally educated and people were scared. If I don't put my hand up, then they'll think I didn't do this. People were voting for something that they don't even know why they were voting. Because this is one of the things, as I said, I spoke to people also during this draft constitution, and they're like, just like all what they've said, we don't have wards, we don't have MPs, we don't have what's it called again? We don't have chiefs, because all of those comes under one constituency, then they can vote. We don't have that. We haven't put that in place. So how are we asking for something that we don't have? This was one of the issues. So I'm again happy that you've brought this up, because when people say the right to vote, yes, you want people to vote, but do they know what they're voting for? If somebody don't understand a question, then that's going to be like not really useful. Absolutely not. And then Umar is saying, well, the conference will probably reduce the cost, but I don't think we can have a Zoom on that, because it's something that we have to meet somewhere. And I'm happy again, it says that he says in Africa, because most people will be able to go to Africa. So that's also another thing. And then anyway, people are just agreeing to the Africa Diaspora Summit. That's just what it is. Yamata is saying, well, praise God, it's Sierra Leone, because all she's putting is a flag, and say amen. So I'm sure we are on the right track right now.
So I hope, thank you very much. I hope there's not going to be a struggle for supremacy within the diaspora, because one thing we party don't fed up. We party don't fed up of we in the diaspora, the fet. Imagine now, they say that we can form a diaspora convention. I remember some time ago, some of the communities have been do a diaspora kind of conference now, Canada or America, something like that. It created a lot of problems for the party, lots of palaver. And the individual branches, them also can get palaver all the time. And the party really don't really fed up about all of this. So now that we have been, structured now, they don't put in the constitution as a sixth region, as a region. Now for us to come together now, let we begin plan for let we present a position paper to the NAC members and for let them approve or endorse we. I believe say this struggle also will always continue. And I don't know how you see that one day, Mr. Hassan Kamara, how we will mitigate the problems there also for try for lessen them, because we know say America go and pull some weight under, then Canada say go and pull weight under, the Africans they will come together, they say go and pull weight. So it's like the conflict of interest, as this is a political organization, will be a very serious one. But who that will get when at the middle man there, the neutral people that will go for think about the party and the diaspora as a whole rather than their own chapter or their own region and stuff like that. We go able for day within a committee for able for form this diaspora, a formidable team for present position paper. So how you see that, Mr. Hassan?
Well, I'm glad first way, obviously, Honorable Fofi make the distinction between a diaspora regional convention and a conference. So what they talk about right now, like a diaspora conference or summit.
Yes.
But let we put things then together in terms of the structure, how we get for structure, how we get for look as a region. So in that aspect, there are not say beaucoup conflicts there for them, because whatever all the chairman or executive members they do, wherever we get for go meet. Now for structure, the diaspora not order for be the chairman or order for be secretary general. Because on that side they the first get for the, and that side they not only get for the time for reset. You know what I mean? The party structure, the hierarchy, now they get for go conduct the conventions and then elections and they. So as far as the conference or summit is concerned for structure reset, I don't believe say better conflict would they. Like how we say, let all man go all the country, then go them package. Yes. How many members you not get, how many regions you not get, whether not this, whether not that one. They count that package, they put everything on the table. So from there now, it is in a math addition. So we not get 15 members. Let we imagine now, I don't say people will object to that. Like the suggestion already made China and the rest of Asia and Australia come together. People are not going to object. If Guinea get limited numbers, join it Liberia and other African countries. And something like that, I believe we talk about now. Difficulties not going there at all. And since now diaspora appear, I believe we will find, Africa will be good, but we'll go for them outside Sierra Leone, definitely. Look at one of the African countries there.
I'm sure Honorable Fofi, you agree with that.
Absolutely. Just like I continue for appeal to all the executive they would know all around the world, because now they get for facilitate this. Now they get for take the first step. And the honors day on America, England, Canada, because now we are the leading diaspora group then. The honors day on them. For facilitate this, make we get them, we go plan the way forward. Okay. We need them, because if we not do that, I mean, just like the party they say, who's that meet you, and then they left wheel. What next convention which they will actually say when send 50 delegates. Now they're in the tap, not so legal. Now they're in the tap.
Yes.
50 delegates, you don't know. Okay. But we don't get with districts, we don't get with this. Now who they send who list say now? This now list.
Yes. So they have for district chairman, all with district chairman, they go. What they say, regional executive, and that's an don't set up.
Okay. Well, I think we got to do a proactive kind of action for we put yourself together and present yourself properly to the party for tell them say we are formidable, we are the diaspora. We don't come together, we don't form, and this is our position paper. When I look at them, if we're not happy with them, they endorse them. I think saying a brilliant discussion. This I feel say the one that we watch go, I obviously agree with that as well, because now social praises them, they not get critical question them for us, then just simply agree from what Sweet Bonita give you just now. So Once again, this is the APC UK and Ireland media platform, the hub for the diaspora, the mouthpiece for the APC party, and Mina Komedo and Kasu, and then also with Sweet Bonita, my co-host, and we two astute comrades there, Mr. Hassan Kamara, one of the legal advisor for the APC UK and I, and from our Honorable Amadou Fofana, Honorable Fofi, we do between us today for through in experience with we. And when it comes to the second section of this discussion, I just want to share a quick video with Duna, and then from there we will take on from there. Okay.
They're not talking about me. No, say they did to me yesterday. Men are not making progress about this. When I can't enough now. I want the other flag bearer them. Well, not all members of the Big Six. But men can't enough now. Peter Conte, una can't enough now. Sam Sumana, Emmanuel, una can't enough now. Una come. Come, una all day now, una come. The Big Six, the other flag bearer, them win on it. Now the Big Six. The other flag bearer, Samura Kamara, but not Sido Yanda, but can't enough now. Where's Sam Sumana, Emmanuel? Where una come? Where? Una can't enough now. I wish we can prove. Now the village, then they can't prove. Now then, Siam, we don't get Peter Conte. We don't get Peter Conte. We don't get Sam Sumana in the group. We don't get the other flag bearer them. They all there. The Big Six. The NRM. So they are una sit down. The delegates say una sit down, una sit down. Una sit down. Where is this? Una sit down, una sit down. APC. 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 You know what you make at the show when all the money? All them problem here at this party, now they were responsible. Until now, all they see them, when I don't watch them, If after this convention, anything go wrong, believe you me self, I will lead a jihad when we go against any other man. Because the party don't tire, another so. When I don't tire, another so. When I don't have problem again, another so. Yeah, when I take all of this, and the party they tell us say we don't tire. Mekuna munku politics. No about this party. Now munku politics. We don't tire and we don't tire and we don't tire. Now I don't address anybody. Now munku politics. When I all agree say we will work together in the interest of the party, well, I can't join you, I'll take picture. I see you now, see me now. If after Sunday, any problem there at this party, believe you me, the party not go forgive you now. Anybody waiting at this picture, would I snap with? So until we all say we don't get peace, we don't get together, now we all sing APC in our one word. APC in our one word. Oh yeah. APC in our word. APC in our word. APC in our word. APC in our word. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Once again, good evening, comrades of the APC. This is not the APC UK and Ireland media team in a community and Kasu and also with my co-host, Sweet Bonita. Sweet Bonita, what's your first reaction to this video where you see so I see the smile, the laugh. What's your reaction to this video?
Well, again, you know, the video is just like we can see that our chairman and leader was tired of all the background, underground work people were doing, putting him in the front line. He's like, you know what? I'm moving out. It's your responsibility. You take care of it. Because it's like, you see all of them, they are here. So if there's issues, come back. So for me, it was something that I know they were not expecting it. Maybe when they were schooling them out, they thought it was something else. But it was just for everyone to know that these are the troublemakers. Because it's like, we should not go back to court. And that's something we went there to be in unity and then leave in peace, which I'm sure we will continue doing.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Hassan Kamara, legal. I know say the light system still they give you problem around that, but at least you don't put the lamp on or something like that. You should lamp.
Yes. And it rain heavily at the moment, so
okay.
I hope say the line clear still.
The line very clear. We are clearly. Very
okay,
clear.
Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Okay.
At least the good way they use an iPhone, and also you get like icon and the internet connection.
Yes.
So that's good. So what do you think of this video? What's your reaction to this?
Basically, I think say what we chairman and leader be try for do now, for bring all the different factions and come together, because over the years the problem with the party they get, including the 2018 elections, all man want become flag bearer. The one they will not become, some of them become disgruntled. Some of them not even campaign with the party, so they not even participate with the campaign for that 2018. All that thing they lead to the problem they get, so we lost the election. So what they try for do now, bring them come together you know, for say now only one person will be flag bearer. Election now 100 once, now only one person. So if that one person they come emerge, then we all now support that person in the best interest of the party. So if we then come for let the delegates, they all identify them. Say if we get problem in Timarana, then people here, because now over this flag bearership, and they get them for let they all admit, let they all agree, say after Sunday, when they not adopt this constitution, problem no go there again because they all they vote. Because what they then do meticulously, chapter by chapter, from the first chapter take to the end, they read everyone. Any our objection, they put on to vote. All man they inside, they all man vote. At the end, they put the whole document together, they vote unanimously for adopter. So if after that anybody will have a problem, we will out problem for the party, and that problem, that person in get problem. So now make the chairman put the whole day for let we identify them, say if any problem appear after this date, now one part them people there. You know,
Okay.
so they appeal to them for let we all come together. If after this anyone go off and do anything for bringing the party into dispute, instead use that word jihad. And I don't know if you don't hear readings to read, and then I free to people and they talk out and it's go mindset fight form, you know, for disrespecting. Obviously, I know say that we noisy neighbors them. They disrespecting, comping them, go put them on stage, who they feel saying be all anything and but we all understand the politics way with chairman and leader they tell for do. And I believe say most of them will be there at the stage, they self understand. They're not take and say that disrespect them. You know,
Because now this is the chair for capitalize on right now. If you go to the SLPP forums, them you see when they talk about this munku politics, munku politician, them this that, you know, and it's go look molest them, and they all know guys now. So Honorable Vofi, what do you think of this one? So this munku politician, the way you call them, munku politician.
You know, Superdul, the chairman and leader in a wisdom, just they try for make humor, for diffuse the tension, and tell who leaders them the truth. This is not just the absolute truth. Because even though power game, a struggle, because power, you know, na fight, na struggle. But if it be civil, you know, for be, you know, it's sad that even inside for your own party, people then they say, me na APC, then it cost in comrade publicly na them forum them, they make audio, it comrade. But now criticize yourself objectively, understandable. But imagine a comrade, you see they call yourself, me na APC, then they cause, you they talk ill, you they malign or comrade, well, you don't even know tomorrow something they make flag bearer. How you want cleaner now? How you want cleaner? So something thinking is sad. And the chairman and leader, I should say the way the perspective we look at that, if one can lead the party, one for being presidential candidate, you forget the ability and capacity for control your supporters then. If we would tell you supporters, say, if not me, the support, not cost that man. Criticize objectively because now power is very fine. But nobody's doing that. Everybody they enjoy. This they go to the media, it cost this flag bearer. This they go to the media, it talk bad about this flag bearer. You know, and you don't know they're going to forget this flag tomorrow. But then the leaders themselves get responsibility. For tell this person, say, if not me, you the support, not cost for me in the year. Make objectively, campaign for me, fine, but not cost. But it's as if everybody they enjoy the cost. Everybody they enjoy the bad thing they wouldn't say about people away. And when you watch the thing, we make them more serious, but not so true. But you go get them for begin defend them back tomorrow. You will say for in the door. So why we want to go through that? So let all the flag bearers then take up the leadership mantle. Let them begin showing now. Say, yes, me a leader. I get the capacity for control my own small cabal before I come for begin control the country. So I just say that the message the chairman they try for pass no more. And honestly, we all don't tire with this. Because if we already in one party, we all fight for one green thing at the same party, we all know able to come to one, we all able to sit down for talk, we all I mean, you go reach a time where the one green post will all they go to, like what the chairman rightly say, will all they go to this post and say, it's me no more. But the last time, that's when all go there, when left and say, okay, pick for where the chairman pick, issue them begin come back. Yeah. So this time, I should say the chairman come out clean. Now make it a tell and say, now vote to go for go vote. You understand? So it just a humor. But again, we self back they take them too serious. I then have some forum them I know they post, but I they call people in the background. How can you go you SLPP propaganda if you didn't SLPP forum, you don't know? You take SLPP propaganda, face and our own forum. It don't make sense for me. Usa you see why you not argue and they? Why you not make a peace day for counter that thing the way the person say? First you bring and come back, that PC forum, Usa some other vulnerable people and they will not get better knowledge and awareness. You get for face and they back, you get for create problem for we back, for begin talk to the APC supporter they back, so what that man and send to the forum not to true. Why you want me to go through that? So I'm for appeal to people, please. What you see in the SLPP forum, or if you didn't have forum, you sign a multi-party forum, deal with and come up with if person talk to bad about chairman and leader, why you not attack the person there? Why you for face and come now we APC forum back for can create more confusion, for can you understand? So I'm for appeal to we back on the forum them, with the forum leaders there. How they call them. Do you now we some people if you see something where they talk bad about the party and SLPP for defend and they for defender. But if you help back for circulator, then you don't help the propagandist. Don't help them, because I the share believe you me, when you send on our forum, you get some people and they will go begin ask, you see the forum there. They begin concern, it begin worry it begin create, that comfort zone where they you begin pull and they now. You confuse them. So I'm for appeal. Then we fit na the forum the way we did and not can bring more confusion at the APC forum there. So the net now you're thinking, and I sure say all the flag bearers them, we come out that day and the supporters them. They not take like how other people they take because we are comrade. Now we no more go for talk to we save. If we not talk to we save, who that for talk to we? We are comrades. We reach to we save, blast we save some 10 day. We some meeting and then inside the meeting, we nearly want to yourself, but now day for happen a meeting. Meeting, I don't forget we misunderstanding. We understand ourselves there. We sing a victory song. We come on a door. We fight together. Now meeting no more for happen. You understand? But if we pull anything in the common at the meeting back, we share them na media platform there. It's okay, but let us not take begin listening to SLPP propaganda there within the talk. We begin. Then they distract we. Why would they take them distraction? The people that don't fail, every time they will try for face something for keep who busy. Because like that. Why we want for busy with something we want for busy with for. Now we concentrate for push SLPP. Now the one push. We internal wrangling them, we internal, of course, any party, any group, political, social, or waiting and called, you must get small misunderstandings. Why not? But that misunderstanding for tear we apart.
I think so. What can normally happen, the politics now, when they say the politics now interest. While SLPP then they try for do a blanket like propaganda against a certain candidates, potential candidates of APC, for let the APC look bad, like the Dr. Samoa or Richard Conte or whoever it is and they talk about. The opponents of Richard Conte or Dr. Samoa go, they support them, and then they help SLPP for spread them about.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So
how SLPP for spread them because it work to their own advantage because that man at their own opponent. If they knock Samoa down, then go get chance. So they fight themselves for spread all within with them. These are the people that have their own special interest within the party. They're not looking at it from a party perspective. And as Dr. Aliscoman said at the convention, one same way he say accept, you understand, the fault, not just because Nami do am, but because I look at the bigger picture of APC, that the party I look at. It's a take responsibility for everything and make a public apology. Not just because I feel say I won't go. But because as leader, you don't accept certain things, then you will move on. But look, court case after court case, court case after court case. Come on, man.
And Super Dul, let me get in at the back of your mind, APCians all over the world. Say, all these facts, all the facts, so all these facts, all the facts for the APC tab. Let we get them. Now we mind say, what APC win, not we all go get position, not we all go enjoy the power. If for then we mind,
yeah,
all we to the fight for na Sierra Leone. If
yeah.
APC win, elect honorable for you not get nothing. But if APC they do the correct thing, the way the people that the benefit will now all they strive for, I'm happy in a little corner.
Yeah.
But if we all begin look and say, because that they bring the problem. Hey, I want my own man for win because all my own man win. Now I go able to get something. Now I go able. This is the problem.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
We are fighting for our people. We are fighting for Sierra Leone. For that, because just like Sidoya known at the diaspora, you understand? When you there, the problem the way you aid, all they come up from home. Because if not for yourself, no money you pay, wallahi, you comfortable. But you know what comfortable if people in a salon are comfortable. Because believe me, you know so.
Yeah.
The last time me Bonita meet up in a party office, I see the pressure on and I saw the sweat. Yes. Because people are not happy there because the government not make no better facility for them. People in the suffer considerably. You know, so now make one appeal to ourselves, do ya no faith for people them. When they say something, now yeah, let me come out na door. Because now people are only faith for. But if you say no more, yeah, if you say no more, because now this person, 9 days before pandistin, 9 days before. No, look at the bigger picture. You and somebody who are not agree, who are going to misunderstanding them. But if they do something for push the party, give them your support.
Yeah.
Party. Because now the party is so salon people and believe.
Yeah.
Whether you like them or not. Now the party is so salon people and believe. When you go salon, you see them. When you out of salon, you see them. Believe you me. So I feel say, let we keep the spirit. Let we not follow, let we not look at distraction. We try for distract you, but we not for take them. No focus. We eye for the ball. The ball at 2023 election.
Yeah. And
the 2023 election, not to me aspirant, not to you can, not to me the candidate where APC puts. Candidate who go to the convention we win.
Yes.
Like not to me own candidate. Now the DBN. We all take that determination day. We not get better term again. I mean, now we use this small term way day now we earn favorably and judiciously so that we go get what we want every day. Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Honorable Amadou Fofana, Amadou Fofi of Constituency 109, Western Area. We so appreciate you for the time you take, the entire media team, the planning platform, the technical team. Grateful way you give you green lights for say yes, we were able to host you. We look forward to host you a few weeks ago. You know, so I'd be thankful that you come, you can share this platform with me and your knowledge and everything. We hope say in the near future you will also give you time for then also can be part of we. Before I go to Mr. Hassan Kamara for giving last few words, I just want to ask Sweet Bonita, may give you the platform, the go down at the platform which it go on.
Yeah, well, the platform is a bit busy. We have Juba K based on what His Excellency said during the convention, the adoption. It's like, well, he acted like a real leader, so which he likes. And then we have Mata Kuma says he did the right thing. He was really fed up of all the infighting in our party, so he has to do what he did. And then Adama came again, Adama Balu, says that's true because everybody was agreeing. And then Umar also said very intelligent of HE to do what he did. And Desmond came agree with Mata that what Mata did. And then Adama came again, Adama Balu says very experienced politician because he started from a humble beginning. So I'm sure that's referring to HE. And then also Desmond came back, says, indeed, multiple politicians, but that's what as we said, the opponents are using. For example, we're saying they are using distractions. We saw what happened in the UN. They said they are giving families $500, which we know is not true. But the next is for them to arrest Dr. Samura to put him in jail so that we forgot about the 500. So there's always distraction on what they are doing. Mohammed was given a round of applause of all the submissions that people are doing. Yamata says, well, the people are holding on to the big office where the government now is fighting the parties just to make them look good today, but God will pay them. So definitely we'll hold on to the 2023 victory. And then Jiboke came against praising HE, saying, well, God bless him because he did a great job. Hassan Liga, they said it was very good, your advice. This is what people are saying. We have Adam Hassan Bangura says, well, Bush Anima, we all know how the Bush Anima behaves. They come out and show you their true colors and behave in a very moderate way. And Mr. Hassan Jallo is here saying, good evening. Hello, Hassan, and hello, everyone. And Honorable Fafida said, good talk. Let's continue sharing and sharing, because again, that's just for the grassroots. Because again, as Honorable Fafi said, we need to educate people that are not educated. Because certain propagandas we bring or they see, they want to have clarification. Some of us will have private calls from people saying, what happened? What do you think? And what you say is what that person is going to work with. So we need to know what we are saying at first before we say stuff. If we are not sure, just says, hold on, let me check it. And I'm sure people knows the UK and ITV platform is here. You can always send us your messages. We can advise you things that we know regarding the party. As we say, this is the #1 platform for APC. So if you have issues, come and ask us. We are online 24/7. So please send us your messages. We'll be able to clarify them. But again, let's stop sharing the propagandas that we know are not true.
Absolutely.
Because some of them, it's literally, you can see that that was not true. Then here, Others know saying, how can we determine as a member of the APC diaspora? I'm getting this very confused now. People are still, well, again, this is why I'm just saying, please, please, please don't be confused. Send us your messages. We will deal with you as on a one-to-one. You all know we have access to Hassan Liga, which is our legal advisors. We have Honorable Fofi. So if you send us the messages, we can go back to them, get clarifications and answer you. We don't want you guys to be confused because this is what the opposition, the current administration, SLPP are trying to do so that we get confused, we don't know. But all we want 2023, we are back to power. That's just it. No matter all their lies that they are saying. Arun Pape is saying, good talk. We have K Bashiru here. Hello, everyone. That's our people down in Southeast. And here we're having the registered members of any country. Well, again, Mr. Umar, I think this is why Honorable Fufi was saying, if we have the Diaspora Summit, we'll know who are the registered people, and then we'll be able to have the different chapters that we need to have in. Because, again, people will call us, like we have here, Adam Abali says, Abraham Lincoln is one of the person who posted most and shares out. Well, that's good. We are so happy. We want people to also continue to share. One of the things people always felt, Owen Cassie, to understand is with the current administrations, they will do the worst just for us to look bad. But by the time we start pointing out the truth, they will try to bring distractions to us. And our eyes and focus should be on the 2023 elections.
Absolutely.
And the way forward for us.
Absolutely.
If we stand in unity, I'm sure that's where we're all going, and that's what we're all fighting for right now. Because we want to redeem Sierra Leone from where it is. Sierra Leone is in the worst state ever. We can see within themselves, they are agreeing to what we are saying, but they can't come publicly. But again, as we say, we have the man inside, the man them, so we have all those information, and then we bring it to the public. We are not planning, or our plan is not for them to fail, because if they fail, the country has failed, and that's not what we want. But if they are incompetent, then they need to leave for a competent person to take over. Exactly. That's just what it is for now.
Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Wonderful submission. And of course, we're not going to finish this one, so we're going to be disingenuous on we, not for talk about the president in speech we give na the UN. we cannot finish this without, touching there. I want to get down our thoughts then, Mr. Hassan Kamara and Honorable Fofi. Not just do time done now, but not just the, 2 minutes of what we think about this. This president, first of all, what struck me, bad one, bad one, is that this president then send money to people in America, the SLPP chapter them, for come out in their numbers thinking that people would demonstrate against them. Okay? It's like I don't think we need to take the fight to SLPP anymore, because it's like they've been exposed. They're just exposing themselves, So we're just laughing. We're just waiting for that day, because what you see, even somebody who knows into politics could just see him. He say quite clear and blatant. The president come out as a father of the nation, a president of a nation. They go address SLPP supporters, them. They talk about, we're not going to vote for Munkudem, we're not going to vote for Munkudem. Who's counting this? You know, the president, come let you talk, address the people of Sierra Leone. If I was there demonstrating for go see me president or for go welcome me president, I'm not SLPP. If I go there for go welcome me president, for go see me president, for the first time we come, if I get concerned for go talk to him, for go ask him question, opportunity they follow come, he can't meet with me for talk to me. Then you go talk and can't talk to me when I'm not SLPP. How would he make me feel? Why address them people in public, when people in the watching, they go for share on social media, you address the people, your own party people, them, they talk, they can't talk to them there as a president. It's shocking. Well, the other one way, they're all over the place. Now the fact that the presidential we see, through the free education, every family they save, every mother they save $500. Huh? $500. But yeah, I don't know if I don't doing homework among we the panelists there, so I don't be giving a heads up on this one. But please, what's your thought, Mr. Hassan Kamara? What's your thought in this $500 with this man to say every mother they save? Then get this.
You can only save something that you have. You know, the people are not get $1. How they go save $500?
There you go.
Tell them pull out. You know,
there you go.
It's the
Absolutely.
the guys and don't run out of ideas. They don't know what to do anymore, and then they deliberately deceive, the people of this country. Like Kamiki always say, the less I say about SLPP, the better, to be honest. Honorable Fofi say just now, keep your eye on the ball.
Yes.
I think now that we need for do. Let we just focus, we get a game plan, go out there, play with game according to how we plan. Forget about them. They already shoot themselves now their foot. They cannot possibly succeed with the way they don't run this country. It's like media on the ground. I know what's in the go on. I know how people they suffer. I mean, they engage people them. I know they go, I know they take public transport, but any they tell I do somebody where they take public transport, actually ask them, then they tell me, say right now, if you mention SLPP, just the words SLPP inside Poda, the kind by the way people that they look yourself. You know what I mean? Seriously, all over the country, any side where you go now, people are so disgruntled about the country. They just don't wreck the economy. They pray to God no more. Whoever get for take over the man to get uphill task for revive the economy. You get for take time, probably the first 5 years, just for letting stabilize the economy, which they don't do so far. People in the struggle in this country. But like I say, let me remain focused, keep our eyes on the ball. And I believe, say, come 2023, there is absolutely no way where then guy will go second time. It's just not feasible at all.
Wow.
Not at all. No matter on those, if I say I vote today, they go then put marble today. Then say self know that. Today then put box for let them vote, they know say they're out. APC they win. Then say know that. Now the cover shame the paper right now. Where did they go and lie and people them? And I believe say some of them
level, up to the presidential level, he said the lie back because it's how we come about with that figure day.
Well, I don't know whether now get people who they advise them properly or whether now they listen to advice. But either way, it's just not good enough. not good enough at all. You know, they have to go.
Wow.
You know, there is no two ways about it. They have to go, basically. And the people are determined. The people in this country don't determine how. And it's just a matter of time. People in the field no more for talk, for express themselves, because nowadays when you talk, the next day they go knock now, you don't want, they arrest you. Look, ordinary policeman just snap with people, just snap with people and they go arrest her. Can go CID. You know what I mean? No, the convention, the policeman they would send for go, you know, make sure say security, they provide security. One pan they snap with 2 APC guide them.
Okay, I see that picture there.
That picture, they arrest that guy, they can go, then go lock on a CID for days.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, the guy, now make Boku people enjoy, they wait for the time. Not all man they talk right now, you know. People in there within themselves we're not happy with them, but themselves they can't obviously come out and talk about those things because they're scared.
And I understand, say, some of the people the way they work for the MDAs, them, like the port authority, them places, then they will go to the convention. They say then they wait for them, then they return back at the convention where they can start. I mean,
oh yes, I know Boku of we comrades them, we afraid for go, and we tell us I not blame them.
Hey.
You know, because then before mistake go, that's it, that's the end of their job.
Now, sir,
I tell them, say, yes, and then they were asked, they go to the convention, say, yes, I mean, and say, the man go under with mango, and I say, you know, the best thing, keep your job for now. You know, we will go try. You know, because at the end of the day, they can't start kind of job right now. We they in opposition, we're not going to give another job, you know, you get in family. So it's understandable. A few of them boycott the convention and they will go. You know, because social media now, we under all man they see you pictures, videos, and send all over the place. You go for those who are not supposed for them. That's it. You've lost your job. So I understand why make some of them not go. You know, the way the guy in the operate, APC not be ever day so. You know, wow. It's just ridiculous. It's crazy. That's why I believe they have to go. You know, I don't really want to say much about them at all.
At all. But, because there's no point, really.
Because yeah, just focus on what they do and then pray to God as well. You know, let God make the roots and come out. You know, for the interest of the country. Yeah. You know, because if the country better, me, you, everybody else, they survive. Under an Escoma, the ordinary man, they survive. You must get some inside, they go you know, you live in, go look after your family. But under them, Brian, it's like, it's I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy. You know?
But like just go more on this education. Yes, you see, we all for the land with the example here. Honestly, getting a president we not work for 22 years, now the effect will feel so. We get no experience. Because sitting down 22 years, doing nothing, my brother, it tell on the brain safe. Because the last time somebody they say Mother Biona in speech writer and they deceive her. But you don't have to put 1 time, 2 time. I'm yourself for able see what you they read, what they write for you. Tell the person, no. Now go look and back. Because then they give the speech before you go deliver them few days. So you go look them. Let me tell you now, you go feel funny for no say the document where they submit now the UN for the SGD where they submit. Waiting is safe for the education, now different matter be talk. Because in say, especially for senior secondary school, they say the school fee where they picking the pay per term now 60,000 leons na say leon. For the 3 term now 180,000. So how the parent they save over 5 million now? You understand? Well, 180,000 not even reach almost $1.
Exactly.
And then the school fee na salon for Ministry of Education.
Wow.
And then the document where they submit. So how they make we country look funny, honestly. It's getting funny. It's not a joke now. It is getting funny.
Internationally, they know what take me serious.
It's getting funny. And one thing I want to let people know, now I make some thinking they do the organized program them for let me help people there. Now, the UN organizations then. any money we do not allocate for any country for every year. For every year.
It get her.
Equity the government they do it together. What's not democratic elected government they get her?
So then
so
they
you don't mean
capitalize on
say,
that.
yeah, so you don't mean say now what it matter be all the talk make them they give him money. So no. Far from it. No. Because even when you look the education summit where they go, president themselves will not come there.
Then
They
get
don't get more money pass we, waiting in the GIS alone. So now waiting a non-budget for give, waiting a agree that they meet and say this year that this will the GIS alone for help them. So whether matter be you talking or talking they give you. But it's a shame no more where they can't talk big fool na the media. Yes, I will say that honestly. You know, so it's
you don't go mute, Mister. You don't go mute. You don't go mute. You don't go mute.
you understand?
Uh-huh.
So before we be the blame in speech writer then. Yeah, before we the blame in speech writer. In speech writer, they be fair to them. Then the writing where the president no happen. Say the president they go read them. But you self get responsibility as a president. Look at say no, this thing no. You see all this problem we they get even when you parliamentarian analyzing speech, you go notice most of them they say, but what you talk last term inconsistent to what you talk this term.
Yes.
Most of the time then. You see? So I mean let me continue. ID on the ball, they don't fail, then they try for distract we no more now. You understand? Let we not yield to the distraction. I always tell people and say, not to saloon people, not to APC people and the pull matter beyond power no more. Now the people of Sierra Leone and the people of Sierra Leone include even SLPP people learn. Even SLPP people learn. And we not confirm it. We even they get some rumors say even that corporal double. We talk about that education. We're gonna priest of will say, you understand? If you follow that clip, they all on social media. We say he go to the PO, they ask him for pay 900,000, they for pay balance of 700,000. If you don't pay me at the meeting picking, I mean, we don't understand. Say then they try for unblock that guy back because he just say the truth over the media.
Wow.
But that's not true. If you say education is free, and people that they spend more than 1.17 million for admit a child, where's the free coming from? Where's the free coming from?
Well,
you know, but as I say, we keep pushing. That this God give it for now. We accept our like you say, even if the law bad, you get for abide with the bad law, say you amend and also. So if the government is bad, we go be at them say we pull them democratically in a power.
Fantastic. Wonderful submission once again, Mr. Honorable Amadou Fofana, aka Honorable Fofi. Listen, I cannot finish this without going back to the thread, Sweet Bonita. Just give me one quick rundown of the thread, then we'll just wrap them up because I know so we don't chap by the time. You know, the technical team, so give me a quick one.
Yeah, well, Awankase was just about the $500 savings. Again, as just Hassan Liga said, the people are not making even $1. How are they saving 500? So that's what literally is on the from like, where is that figure coming up? Again, as I've said, this is something I've always said, and I refer people to my blog. Madabio does not read his speech. He doesn't know what he's reading. He doesn't understand what is there. Because again, it's not just about you writing the big grammars and stuff. You need to understand if you're using it in the right place, which of course he's not. And again, before we said, oh, it was the speech writers. No, this is the person that is not even competent. Before we said, because he wasn't employed, he will not do this job effectively. They said, no, give him chance. This is 3 years. How many more chance? And this is a whole country. You are literally running a country to nothing because you're literally dragging us backwards. Like we've seen the message that came out from chief ministers. They themselves have acknowledged that they have failed the nation woefully. And I'm sure those people, if they leave governance, they will all run away. And this is what I always say: the previous administrations, they've seized their passport, they are still in the country, they are going about their daily activities. But when it comes to them, none of them will ever stay in that country. All of them will run away because they will not even have the decency to look at people in their faces because it will be too embarrassing. It will be so embarrassing. So that's just where it is. And to be honest, people are just saying thank you, the diaspora, for this platform. That yes, we're doing a great job. So I think we just need to continue. And all I can advise is share, share, share. We now have our YouTube page. Please press the notification button so that you can have all reminders on what is going on.
Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. Listen, I have to do this. I have to read this one. What the chief minister himself. You know what? It says, I quote, "Ladies and gentlemen, let's brace up tight in our work because it looks like situations are not in our favor. Honestly, we are in an unannounced austerity. A lot of us are working so hard, but it's like things are just not working the way we wanted it to be. We made a mistake by enlarging our government. More embassies, foreign missions, more MDAs, and massive salary increments across the board for cabinet members and heads of departments and agencies, as opposed to the previous government. Our government's wage bill is almost double the previous government's wage bill. We are not generating enough revenue to service these huge expenditures. As a result of this, our debts have increased greatly compared to the one we inherited. Our supporters in the Southeast are complaining a lot that things are hard for them. Let's work hard and pray that things turn around, or else I'm afraid. Can you imagine that? Now, ladies and gentlemen, comrades of the APC, UK and Ireland Diaspora and Sierra Leone. This is the APC UK and Ireland media platform. And me and Comrade Owen Kasu, to the host, and me co-host, Sweet Bonita. We then are with the MMB, we are the technical director with Dr. Amadou Denke at the background, and Dr. Delwin. They're all in the background. They work for Lawiguna, which we Guna. So we tell them thank you. And we guest them today, Honorable Amadou Fofana Fofi of Constituency 109. And of course, the legal advisor for the APC UK and Ireland, Mr. Hassan Kamara, ESQ. We tell them thank you for sharing this platform with me today and on our thoughts and experience. Next week, Sunday, we get more important topics than for talk about. We get for talk about the other people, and we will invite the other people that we've been go represent you at this convention. May themselves can give you their own experience and their own thoughts about this. And we want to continue for Beguna, for Askuna, make una go to share. Not only for share this link, but for also subscribe inside the Facebook. When I take una phone them, when I go on Facebook, when I go APC UK and Ireland, when I follow. So anytime we come on, we get very important topic level going on. Not over just wait for the link, let the link come up. When I just subscribe, the link no need for me to again. As soon as we go live, when I don't get the message, then when I will just go live. Because with the sharing now, go with the live, it's difficult for me to follow we for share. So we want follow that is subscribe. So I want for tell you thank you, and we don't eat per our time. We want for keep at a limited time, but we don't go able the topic so sweet. The discussion will go fine, but anyway, we have to stop it. They say all good things must come to an end, and this is the end of it. I want to tell you thank you, and until next week, we'll see you again. Mina Awan Kasu and Sweet Bonita. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.